What's going on? PokéWelder Zach, bringing you the world of Pokemon through the medium of metal. Today, I'm taking you through the design and steps of making a Totodile cane. A little bit different than my usual projects, but I'm super excited. To get the simple stuff out of the way, the main body of the cane, the post, the staff, is a straight piece of piping that I used. I didn't do anything super fancy there. The defining features of this cane are specifically the head, the fins, and the tail of the cane. For the head, I used a simple piece of sheet metal to lay out the frame and the structure of it, and then I used a piece of angle iron to give it a little bit more body. The shaping of the head came from using bike chains, which I found has been really good for curved shapes and giving it a little bit of texture as well as its shape. Structurally, I found that the bike chains, when welded, actually were pretty stable. The next step was just adding a little bit of a tiny bottom jaw just to give it a little bit more depth so it wasn't completely flat at the bottom, and giving it two nice, sharp, pointy Totodile teeth for that good biting action. The next step was adding the fins on, which was pretty simple. I just cut different types of saw blades to the links and tacked them onto the back in a sort of pattern that I thought was as closely resembling to the Totodile fins as I could. Whenever I make canes, I like to have an adjustable base, and I found that the easiest way to do this is using a nut and a bolt. So the nut will go on the bottom of the cane, and then the bolt will serve as a base for any extra details. In this case, I used some additional saw blades to create a sort of spiky fin to try and resemble the final detail of Totodile with his little red spike on his tail. The finishing touches, of course, are paint, coloration, cleaning, all of those things. So I originally wasn't going to paint this, but I felt that it needed some type of contrast and some type of color just so that it resembles Totodile. But I didn't want it to be the same stark, bright blue that Totodile typically is. As you can see in the mini version of the cane, it looks fun, it's cool, but it's a lot. So what I did instead was, using the same color mixed with a little bit of black paint, I just brushed on, mixed it up, and gave it a sort of shady blue that still can define it as a Totodile coloration, but gives it a little bit more discreet look. I did decide to keep the fins as red because I thought it was cool, and it's still fun to have a little bit of flair. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you want to see more Pokemon canes or just Pokemon sculptures, comment below on which ones I should do next. And remember, if you want to see Totodile smile, drop a like on the video. Until next time.